What's going on YouTube? It is your boy Dante here, back in the Digimon Laboratory with yet another market watch. Man, prices are all over the place. When I say all over the place, I mean literally all over the place. Cars are spiking, cars are falling. Like, I guess people are trying to figure out the BT8 meta before it even hits the markets in the next few weeks. So, without further ado, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe. Share the video if you find me very educational. We got to keep the community growing. But without further ado, let's do what we always do. First two cards. First one, Alphamon. You see Alphamon sitting here at $34, $35. People is getting ready for the Alphamon deck. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. I was seeing some Rizomons actually dropping to about 20 and 25. I think a lot of people understand that Sariza is going to be more of a tech rather than being one of the main level 3s of the deck. But you see Alphamon is just spiking, man. If you didn't get it before this price point, I don't know what to tell you. Can I see this going back down to 30? Yes. I think the hype is real. I think the hype is really what's pushing up to 35. Is it a good deck? It's a good deck. Is it meta defining? I don't know if it'll be able to keep a Mastermind, Pyrodramon, and Armor Release. But it is a very, very, very good black deck, good black option to go to. A lot of Justmon players are liking Alphamon for the simple fact that it plays just like Justmon, to where you build up a stack and you swing in. But in my opinion, I may be biased. Alphamon and the cards that it has gives more advantages and more pros than Justmon did. While Justmon really put bodies on board, the Alphamon stack can really be very detrimental to your opponent, especially if your opponent lets you hit in freely for 3-4 checks. So car is just skyrocketing. It's spiking hard. I mean, I can't say nothing else about Alphamon. I haven't been saying this entire time. We're gonna hop over the second card real quick and go straight to the Altanar. Altanar is sitting at $50. 50. Mind you, in the Alphamon deck, this is not the most expensive card. It's not. We'll get to that in a second. This is not the most expensive card. This is the second most expensive card in the deck if you want to go match rarity. 100%. Okay, let's backtrack the Omnimon. Omnimon, $900. Here's $1,000 right here. I said my spiel every week about it. If you can, pick one up, get it graded, get it as good condition as possible, hold it for a few years, watch it go up to 3, 4, 5,000. Simple. Now, let's get into all the craziness. Lucimons are going up to 50s, and like they're not stopping. like ladies and gentlemen, they're not stopping. Like Lucimon is getting so much attention, so much hype, so much praise. Mastermind's a thing. It's gonna be in the deck. Like even I'm thinking about putting Lucimon in a purple yellow deck. Something kind of spicy that I got coming for BTA cooking up. But it is insane. Like, and this is the regular art. Simple. It's the regular art. You know what I'm saying? Like Lucimon Chaos Mode, the regular art. 32s quickly go up to 35s. Quickly going up to 35s. Like this is about actually I think it's a little higher than the pre-release sale, because the pre-release sales was like $30 for this card. So you see it going up, it's getting hyped. Like if you want to get Lucimons, now is the time to get it. I don't have to tell you about the yellow Lucimon. $50 is premium. But this Lucimon, pick it up now if you want it. The alternate art is sitting at $50. Alternate sitting at $50. What can I say? What can I actually say? Like, Lucimon's getting so much hype. It's going to be around. People's going to try it out. It's one of the things to where, like, Dead or Alive makes it so good. I mean, I wouldn't doubt if people would start playing, a purple, yellow, security control type of deck to where you play the Zoes and the hybrids, and you play the Dead or Alive, and you play the Lucid Mind Chaos modes, and then you play the Lucid Minds, and just be able to get all that value just for them possibly getting hidden security. Now I know reinforced security boost has been put through one, so it does nerf the deck quite a bit. But who's to say you don't have something like Tactical Retreat that if you do put it on the board, you can put it to the top of security. Okay, go ahead and hit that. So it's one of those things to where there's so many, there's a couple of applications that you can play with this outside of just playing a purple yellow, swarm hybrid type of deck, especially with Ice-Mon going to one here in a couple of weeks. Magna Angemon sitting at 30. Jeez. Last time we covered this card, I think it was sitting at 17, 18. It's at 30. This thing has been targeted hard. Like, you're talking about targeted buyouts. You're talking about going up to 33 really, really quickly. Insane. Super duper insane. Why? Because it's the automatic staple in Mastermind decks. Especially going first. Being able to go first, drop this turn one, gain a security, and then next turn, no matter what, unless your opponent is going to spend, big memory to remove this, a Seraphimon next turn, a Mastermind next turn. Like, just be able to force your opponent to eat through their big resources really, really early. Like, this card is very, very good. And on top of that, it's from 1.0. 1.0 has been seeing a lot less printings, a lot less availabilities because people can't seem to find them anymore. But yeah, like this card's at 1.0, so of course it's going to skyrocket. Alternate art, 50. A 50 piece for the alternate art, and that's on the low end. You got 52s, 55s. So yeah, like Mastermind's gonna be an expensive deck if you're trying to bling it out. That's all I'm saying. It's gonna be expensive. So I want to talk about this one real quick. So I looked at the regular art and the alternate art X antibody. So the X antibody regular art has been going up a little bit. It's been a little bit of a bump. I think it's sitting around like $12 right now. But the biggest spike that I've been seeing is the alternate art, like spiking. And I mean hard. This alternate art, I think it was as low as like $20 at one point in time, maybe even a little bit lower than that. But this thing's now sitting at $34, $35. People's probably asking why. Well, I mean, the blue-black Alpha Mind deck is a thing because it's an X antibody. So you can hit it off of Duromon. It is an X antibody, so you can put it underneath Durogoromon because it's an X antibody card. You can Digivolve on top of the Durogoromon or even the Alphamon to go ahead and, just be able to play Kaisernel because they play like jamming V-Mons and stuff like that and Hammer Sparks. So just be able to play the Kaisernel to bring out the Durogoromon or bring out the Alphamon from underneath this X antibody. So people's been testing it and trying it out. Come BTA, we may not see this ever happen again for the deck. It might be just mono black or a black white or even something like a black yellow hybrid. But right now, this is probably the best way to play Alphamon. At the same time, you also have the Machine Dramon deck that actually plays the same as that package too. Just be able to, Kaisernel out a Machine Dramon to be able to Digivolve on top of Machine Dramon if you don't have a Chaos Dramon or even a Chaos Dramon if you don't have a Chaos Dramon, a Machine Dramon, be able to Digivolve into a Zord defeat. And then being able to Digivolve on top of that with an X antibody to then play a Kaisernel, or they're playing one Tidal Wave to bring out both of the Onimon Zord defeat and the Machine Dramon so they can have 3 giant beat sticks on board. So it's one of those things to where it's been seeing more and more applications and certain decks that just don't have the oomph right now for it. So yeah, just be wary of this one. Um, my opinion, it'll probably go down before it spikes up again. If you want to try to ride the wave right now, it's probably not a good time because it's so freaking high up. I can see this when come BTA, it might just fall. It might just fall flat, go back down to 1820, and then you pick it up then, and then there's another application. Guess what? It'll spike again because it's the alternate art. Alter S. This card's been slept on. I said this card's been slept on. It's been seeing a little bit of a bump up, trying to get back to its $20 mark. But moving forward, this card is going to be a very, 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 very good strategy. Believe it or not, this is even good right now, especially against a Cherubi Mon deck, to where you can Digivolve down and then wipe the board. But even going forward, when it comes to Armor Release, I think I'll talk to Primitive about this one. Armor Release is a champion rush type of deck. Now, I came on this market watch, I think either a week or two ago, and say that, hey, there's a deck idea I want to try with Armor Release, but with Leopard Mine, giving everything jamming. That way, your opponent has to respond by deleting your Digimon twice, like through the Armor Release, and then deleting it again in order for it to even be effective. Now we have the opposite side of that coin, to where Alter S can Digivolve one of your Digimon, so you can aim for that Magnamon. Just Digivolve it because it doesn't delete, it Digivolve, so it gets around Armor Release, and then delete the entire board or force your opponent to just wipe all their Armor Release Digimon, to where now when it comes to their turn, they now have to reestablish that Armor Release, brigade. And then this being able to bounce back to make it unblockable, so you get your level 6s back. If you want to play it as anybody on top of this, you can play it for a 3. And then you can go ahead and, you can do some shenanigans with this. But Alter S is going to be one of level 7s that if Armor Release really, really gets big, watch this card spike. Especially with it being a secret, watch this card spike. Just giving my tidbit on that one. This is a card to watch out for. Remember why I said that Alphamon Alternate Art is not the most expensive card in the deck at high rarity? Here we go. Duramon is sitting at $60. And that's on the low end. You get people pushing it for 65, 66, 67. It's getting insane. This is getting straight up insane. I've been hearing the ratios, and people have really only been getting one. In some cases, they haven't been getting any of this card. So this card is actually harder to pull than most people will think or anticipate. And the deck is getting more support in BTA and BT9. Boy, this card is going to be $60. I wouldn't doubt if it hit 65 when, Alphamon becomes a thing. If Alphamon ever, top 8s any major events, or hell, even win any major events, it's going to skyrocket. We already saw one Alphamon deck, I believe, at top 8 at DigiFest. And then you just start to see these cards skyrocket. Now with the support coming out, be wary. Just be wary. Straight up. So I did say I was going to sit here and wait for this. It was more support that was announced for Dear Boromon. Dear Boromon, the DigiFest Dear Boromon promos. Not looking too hot. Somebody sitting here trying to get ready for 20s. I mean, Dear Boromon just does not have enough support. I was talking to our Dear Boromon player. He said the deck is highly unplayable. Now I said, I think that Dear Boromon needs a tamer that on play gives a Dear Boromon token. And then if you have 3 or more Dear Boromons out on board, you can pop 2 of them to warp from that tamer into a dual Boromon for 3. And it's just to give the deck speed because the deck is so level 6 reliant that it needs multiple Dear Boromon out to even function properly, which everybody knows in this game, you'd be lucky to get a 1 level 6 out to make it stick, let alone 2 or 3. Yeah, and then the evolutions below it just doesn't, like, all the unidentifieds below it just don't have any very, very good effects to help it. It needs like a built-in decoy. It needs like a warp mechanic. It needs another tamer that spams out, deal Boromons that, if you play a, unidentified, if you play an unidentified Digimon, and Digimon with unidentified traits that's a 5 cost or higher, while you have the tamer, tap it, get a deal Boromon token. And then, then you set to keep the board presence. Then it makes the grind game go from being turn 7 or 8 to being turn 4 or 5 because you're constantly having attackers. You can build up Deal Boromon raising, get blockers. It needs too much support. It needs an overhaul. It really, really does. Armageddon does not do it justice. It needs an overhaul. So if you want to pick up your Deal Boromons, hoping that Bandai's going to really do good, since we have another Deal Boromon that did come out, maybe they haven't forgot about the boy, go ahead and pick up the Digifest ones. Go ahead and pick them up for 20s right now. Just my little tidbit. Dual Goromon, sitting at $32, $33 for the alternate art. After you get past these low sellers, you hit the $35, $36 mark. To be honest with you, I think Dual Goromon is going. Okay. Me test playing with Otto so heavily, Dual Goromon will go down in numbers come next set. It will be an Alphamon focused type of deck, 100%. Dual Goromon might be a 1 or 2 of in the deck, but then you have another level 6 Digimon that you're going to play up in there that you can put underneath Dual Goromon. I'm not Dual Goromon, Alphamon, and it unsuspends the Alphamon when it attacks. So, yeah, you still play Dual Goromon until you hit BT9, and then it's just a pure Alphamon deck with a couple of level 6 techs. But, yeah, beware of this card. This card would probably stay around this $30 mark, but once more and more Alphamon support comes out, this card becomes less valuable. Its value goes down. I mean, this thing might get hit hard and go down to like a $20 card, but that is in the future. That's future tense. So if you want to get it now, you can. If you want to play it now at maturity, you can get your value out of it for the next 3 to 6 months. But just fair warning. I can see this card out of the whole entire Alphamon archetype to drop before anything else. Even the Alphamon come BT9, even the Alphamon that came in, well, I think it was like BT5, BT6. Even that Alphamon will go down in numbers come BT9, and then the newer Alphamon will play at a higher number. So just be wary of this card. Especially if you're going to bling it out. Be wary of it. It's still a good card. Don't get me wrong. It can still be played and splashed. Even with all the Alphamon stuff coming up, it can still be played and splashed. Will it be as accessible as people would like it? Not really. Because you can only really attach it to this Digimon and not any X antibodies. If it was any X antibodies, then you can use it like a Jesmon and just turbo out all the resources you need from anything else. Matt has been going up just for the regular art. I don't dare check the alternate art. Alternate art is probably sitting at $20 right now. Matt's going up slowly but surely. It's gonna be a $12 card. It's gonna be another tamer. I think it's only 3 tamers. If we include Matt, it's only 3 tamers that's over that $10 mark. That's set as BT1 Kai. I'm not BT1 Tai. BT 1.5 Davis, and then it would be BT 1.0 Matt. So how do I feel about this? I don't understand why this mat is getting so much, hype and price spike. Because we have an alternate art for Matt, which I have not checked. Matter of fact, let's go ahead and check Matt right now. I'm gonna go ahead and check Matt right now. And we're just gonna see. Box topper Matt. We're gonna check right now. Oh no, that is blue Matt. Yep. I need purple. Let's see. Da-da-da, 90. So we see right now that this mat right here, the one out the set, is going for about $15 for alternate art. Now, be wary with this one, because this one has had 2 printings. So it was the one out of the, I believe it was the tournament pack, if I'm not mistaken, for the entries for like tournaments. That one was a non-gloss one. That one was just like a common version of this mat. But then, because it came in with the alternate art, Gabumon, Gurumon, and Wergurumon, the different alternate arts to them. They're the same purple card, but different arts. This came up in there non-foil or non-gloss. So as you can see, there are 2 different ones going here. So right now, the one out the set, right now seems to be a little cheaper than the one that came out the pack. Be wary of this one. People are playing this because of Mastermind. There's no debating why they're playing this, because purple's good. I play a newest Icemon. You can go check out my boy Primitive. He played Mastermind Icemon Rush. Candido's playing Cherubimon Icemon. Look, purple players, we are just playing Matt. Period. I'm testing something else outside drop Matt, but come BT8, when I'm playing this purple yellow spicy deck that I'm trying out, I would definitely play Matt, because having me at 3, it's gonna break the board wide open for me. So people are getting ready for the Mastermind hype, and it is true hype. So this thing is going to be extremely good. Pick up your mats now. I would say if you can get the BT1 mat, the BT 1.0 mat, over the tournament pack one, it'll hold better value, because there is a gloss finish over the box topper mats, where in the tournament pack ones is really not. It's just a common. So a lot of people do value that kind of stuff. If you want to, you can. But pick up your mats now. I really wouldn't pay this price point for this. I'm going to be real with you. I wouldn't pay this price point for this. Go ahead and get you some rare mats, for like $9-10. I can't believe that $9-10 now. But yeah, go ahead and get you some mats. Pick them up. If you don't have them already, pick up like 2 or 3 of them, definitely. You're not going to play 4 of it, but you're not going to play 1 of it. So 2 to 3 is probably the ideal, set of numbers that you want to go ahead and pick up. No, I don't want security. Next card was that Omnimon anybody that I was talking about earlier. I just threw it up in here to go ahead and just let y'all know. Look, it's $13-14 right now. I thought it was 10 to 12. It is going up to 15 because of everything I previously say up in there. It's an Omnimon, but it's not one of them good Omnimons. Do you know what I'm saying? So be wary of this card. If you have this card, just get rid of it. Get rid of it. Just get rid of it. This card once was like a $6-7 card. I think it probably even was lower than that, to be honest with you. So just be wary of this one. It has some applications, but very niche ones. So be wary of this one. Ancient Garurumon tanked hard. So it seems like there's not really any room for an Ancient Garurumon deck or even a Garurumon tribal deck right now because of the mechanics that how it is. Magna Garurumon is probably the best line of going if you want to play that, and that's a blue hybrid type of style. But come BT8, who's to say that it's going to match the power of Imperialdramon? Like, that's going to be the tough one. Now, will blue hybrid still be a thing? Yes. It 100% will still be a thing. I mean, but you still have stuff like Azulamon out there. You still have stuff like Hexablow out there. So blue is the one color that it has the drawback of it has the drawback of saying, well, we just have too many options. It's for the meta. That we just have too many options. Between blue hybrid, whatever hybrid you want to play, Zulamon hybrid, Magna Garurumon hybrid, you got Imperialdramon coming out. The armor release is a blue, yellow, green hybrid. You have a Hexablow is still a deck. Like, so you have so many options in blue. It's just insane to where even Ancient Garurumon, which is a good card for a Garurumon deck, which is actually very, 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 very good and a staple in Garurumon decks. Alternate art being $20. Alternate art being $20. I honestly would pick these up. Just me personally, I would pick these up because Greymon, Garurumon are like, Dark Magician and Blue Eyes when it comes to Bandai. They're going to always get support no matter what. Always get support. And I would definitely, and Garurumon usually is either purple or blue. So I would definitely pick these bad boys up just to have them at 20s, just to sit on them. Because if there's any kind of good Garurumon support that gets announced in BT10, BT11, EXO3, any kind of anniversary packs, any kind of anniversary sets, this card is going to spike. Fair warning. It's going to spike. Upamon, the 1-year anniversary box topper, the alternate art, sitting at a cool $30. The regular Upamon went down to about 8s from like 12. It was about 8s. This card is just getting more and more play. This card is getting more and more expensive. If you want to bring your deck out, be wary of this stuff. Last card on here is Postmon. Now, Postmon, it's funny because I'm looking for a Postmon for myself for the deck that I'm coming up with. I need like one more Postmon. And I need a Digifest Postmon because I got 2 Digifest Postmon from a friend of mine, John. Shouts out to John. But Postmon is sitting at this $12 mark because it's so readily available now that everybody got it for their entries during the first season. They get like 2 Postmons when you enter and play like 2 rounds or something like that. So there's Postmons flooding the market. You see people here, 3 here, 4 here, 17 here, 4 here. Like, you can't spite this. If you want to pick up Postmons for Mastermind, do it now. If you want to pick up Postmons for like Kazuchimon or Ryzenmon, Fury Mode, or if you want to play any kind of yellow dual color, yellow hybrid type of, pick up your Postmons now. Because if for some stupid reason yellow seems to top or match or compete with armor release, Imperialdramon, Alphamon, all those type of decks, like if it competes with the tier 1 big boys, watch Postmon go up to like $15, $16, $17. And on top of that, you play it in Mastermind. So you might as well pick it up. You're going to play any kind of yellow or, Mastermind type of deck. Pick them up now. They're 12s. They're cheap. They're promos. They can only, go down a tad bit, but go up. Like, it's a bigger upside to these promos than a floor. So it has a taller ceiling, but yet a taller floor when it comes to its bottling out. So that's something I wanted to let y'all know. With that being said, yeah, it's just getting wild. I think it's going to only get crazy from here. Hopefully, it stabilizes before the set comes out. And without further ado, I'll let you go on this one, ladies and gentlemen. I've been your boy Dante. This has been another Digimon Market Watch. And I'm signing out. Peace.